When the NCAA teams are away, the ACHA team will play, and that's what we have for you tonight on Military Appreciation Night at the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena for some NECHL hockey in the ACHA between Oswego State and the University at Buffalo. Hello there, I'm Ben Greco alongside Jerry Pritchard on the camera, and welcome to Military Appreciation Night. As you'll see that the Oswego state team is both dressed up in some camo uniforms, and University at Buffalo has some camo socks as well on their away jerseys. We're feeling good about tonight. However, it's a little chilly in the rink. Last night, in case you were not able to tune in, you missed really of a heartbreaker. As time expired, Syracuse University scored. If you follow the ACHA Twitter account, the goal did not look like it crossed before, but thus it stood. Syracuse won 5-4. So let's get you into tonight's game. Oswego State now boasts a 6-8-0-1 record and are 2-1-0-1 in the NECHL. The Lakers' 15th game of the season after the heartbreaking loss to Syracuse, and they are 5th in the NECHL with 7 points. After the Syracuse loss, like I said, that Twitter account didn't look like a goal, but it stuck. In the game, Adam Marvin had 2 goals, 2 assists. Kyle McNamara with a goal and 3 assists, and Luke Myers with a goal and an assist. Alex Golosi had 35 saves on 40 shots. Now leading scorers on the team are still Adam Marvin with 10 goals, 11 assists for 21 points, Luke Myers with 5 goals and 13 assists, and Kyle McNamara with 8 goals and 10 assists, both for 18 points. Goaltending, Alex Golosi is your leader, 11 games played with a 4-5 record, a .917 save percentage, of 2.64 goals against average, and 2 shutouts. Last season, these two teams did face at home, and Buffalo beat Oswego 6-2. Chris Carey and Kyle McNamara are the only 2 returning players with points. Carey had the goal, McNamara had the assist. Golosi had 44 saves on 50 shots. These two teams will meet again in February at Buffalo. How about University at Buffalo, you're asking? Well, they're coming in tonight after a 5-3 win against SUNY Cortland. Coming in tonight, they have a 10-4-0-2 record with 4-1-0-1 NECHL record, and they are ahead of the Lakers, and they have 13 points. Head coach is Jeremy Kirsten. We're going to honor America real quick before I continue. As I was saying, last time out for University at Buffalo was against another NECHL opponent, SUNY Cortland. Wesley Austin had 2 goals. Michael Lask and Austin Pienczak both had 1 goal. Maxwell Pattistone made 22 saves on 25 shots. Their leading scorers, Michael Lask, 7 goals, 11 assists for 18 points. Wesley Austin with 5 and 12 for 17, and Jacob Cantor with 8 and 9 for 17. Goaltending leader and also your starting goaltender for University at Buffalo, Ian Shorthouse, 9 games played, 5-3 record, 2.11 goals against average, a .921 save percentage, and 1 shutout. Starting lineups for today from the University at Buffalo. On defense is going to be number 2, William Schaefer, and also number 11, Tanner Woodruff. At forward, it's going to be number 6, Wesley Austin, number 8, Cameron Leber, and number 25, Michael Napier. And in goal, like I just said, Ian Shorthouse. From Oswego State, it's going to be the second line that was dominant yesterday. At forward, Kyle McNamara, Luke Myers, and Adam Marvin. On defense, Martin Simonek and CJ Walsh. And your starting goaltender, the brick wall, Alex Golosi. Puck drop just underway here at the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena, where 2 NECHL teams, NHL there, but NECHL teams facing off on Military Appreciation Night at Oswego State. Oswego State, or University at Buffalo, dumps it into zone, and they will recover after a missed pass. Myers tries to get around Svetsky, cannot. Walsh recovers, and now it's Marvin on the near side. Marvin loses it just a little bit. And now with University of Buffalo back to Oswego State. And he clears his own. Now it's Marvin. Marvin skating up the ice now. Gets a shot off. It goes way wide after a tip from Napier off Buffalo. Back in the far board in the far corner. Right in front, but couldn't get a stick on it, was Kyle McNamara. Now University of Buffalo working it up with Austin, who just dumps it in the zone, looking for a line change. Goes to Simonek in the far corner. He'll go behind his net, waiting for his team to set up. And now with McNamara bring up the far side. Gets bumped off the puck, and let's go back to University of Buffalo, William Stryker. Now with Cantor. Cantor skates his zone, leaves it for Ledyard. Ledyard gets a shot right in the chest of Golosi, cannot hold on, and almost tipped on by his own teammate there. By Kaskowski, that was Sean Mooney. No, luckily no one there for University at Buffalo. Oswego State comes out unharmed. Now with Walsh. Walsh just dumps it in, looking to change the defensive lines at least. University of Buffalo is going to hold it. That's Ian Shorthouse. Freezing play with 18:39 remaining. Still tied at 0. You might be noticing our picture is a lot better tonight on the camera, and thanks to Adam Marvin's father, we have an upgrade tonight on the zone on the camera. Jerry Pritchard was very happy about that one. A big hit there from Theo Cup. Oswego State will hold on. Almost a shot right in front, but cannot get a stick on it. Theo Cup recovers at the point. Wrapped around the far boards, University at Buffalo, will grab it. And wrapped around over to Cantor. And now racing up the ice is Bianchi. Bianchi, 2 guys on him, gets around to both, wraps around, a big hit. It looks like he got the worst of it, and it looks like that was Chris Carey. Oswego State holding on to it now, just skating around, passes it right to Buffalo, and Oswego State will just clear the zone. It's going to be an icing call as it rolls all the way down on its side. But as I was saying, the better camera to picture tonight, a lot better zoom, a lot more space, and let's just say we're afraid to touch it. It's going to be a puck drop in the Oswego State zone now with 17:45 in the opening period. University at Buffalo. I apologize if I say Buffalo State one too many times tonight. That's the SUNYAC team that the NCAA teams face. It might cause me some problems tonight, but hopefully not too many. As Golosi freezes it up, and it'll be once again dropped in their zone. Buffalo State does win the drop and just wraps it around over to McCutcheon. Now back to the point with Galinsky. Galinsky just passes it over to Piensak. Piensak gets a shot off, but Golosi blocks it, does not hold on to it, and it'll be loose, and University at Buffalo will get it, but now with Wands. Wands wraps it around, tries to get it up to Dawson. Dawson just tips it and gives it to Bear. Now back with O'Neal. O'Neal just wraps it around over to Wands. Lots of defensive changes tonight. Cup with Weisberger, Wands with O'Neal, Walsh and Simonek still together. Racing up the puck is Hubert. Hubert gets it. Sizz is right there on him. Hubert will get it. Try to get in the center. Almost a shot on goal from, from, it looked like that might have been Dawson. Actually, no, Marcelic, excuse me. Now with Walsh. Tipped, and it will be no icing as Buffalo State grabs it. That's Woodruff in the near corner. Woodruff now, stopped by McNamara. Leber will bring it up, but it's taken away by Marvin. Marvin just skating around the back of the net. Tries to get a pass off, but Leber's right there on him alongside Andrew Sizz. Oh, a shot at the goal from Luke Myers! A little bit of confusion there, but Luke Myers gets the opening goal. 16:17 remaining in the opening period. Luke Myers did have a goal yesterday, getting it around the Syracuse University goaltender. 1-0, Oswego State. A puck drop back in the middle. Oswego State leading now 1-0 with 16:17 remaining in the period. Oswego State wins it. It goes over to Simonek, and Myers just tips it, now with Marvin. Marvin back to Walsh. Myers with it. Loses the puck a little bit, but Oswego State does recover. Now it is back with Myers. Almost a high stick, but Walsh doesn't get a stick on it as he races up the ice now. Gets past Leber, gets a shot, hits the shoulder, almost a rebound opportunity from McNamara. Gets the shot off anyway, just hits the pads, and it's padded away by Shorthouse. Oswego State now with it. University at Buffalo fights back. That's Leber now. Leber just clears it, but it's held in by McNamara's body, and Adam Marvin just accidentally skates out. University at Buffalo hold it. Woodruff just dumps it in. Simonek now with Cup. In case you did not hear that, as Adam Marvin just dumps it back in, that was Luke Myers' goal, assisted by C.J. Walsh. Luke Myers, his 6th of the season. C.J. Walsh's 4th assist of the season. Myers now with 19 points on the season. University at Buffalo hold it behind them, behind their own net. And that's Bianchi now who tries to clear it, but it's stopped by Carey. University at Buffalo race skating up the ice, and now that's Napier. Napier tried to get around, get the shot right into the glove, actually under the glove, and hits the end boards. Does not get on net. Now with Ledyard. There's a shot and blocked up in front. That shot came from, Bennett. And now it's a one-on-one opportunity from Lemieux, and it's gloved down by Shorthouse. Apologize for the lack of excitement there. I was trying to get I dropped my paper there for a second, but Lemieux cannot get the shot. It's gloved down by Shorthouse. Basically a shootout attempt right there. Glinski now with it, and actually forgets the puck, and is at the near corner. Just wraps it around now, and now it's going to go Vasta, tips it. He goes back to the point for Oswego State. A shot, and it's just padded away. The shot got through a couple of screens actually. Vasta now with it, just gets a backhand on, tipped away by Buffalo from someone's chest. I think that was Tyler Bennett. Kept in, now it's skating up the ice is Schiffman. Schiffman just gets a shot right in the glove of Alex Golosi. Oswego State still leading 1-0 with 13:54 remaining in the period. It will be a drop in the Oswego State zone in the near circle. Schiffman at center for Buffalo. This will be Luke Myers at center for Oswego State. Myers wins the puck, and it goes out of the zone after just hitting it forward. McNamara almost grabs it, but it's going to be stopped by Myers after a body check. Now is Schiffman. Schiffman gets a shot. It's a goal! Schiffman over the top corner, and we have a tie game. Schiffman scores on the weird angle with 13:43 remaining in the period. Lakers and Bulls 1-1. Just like that, this game is tied up now. This is something we saw a couple times with Oswego State versus Syracuse on Thursday night. Both teams forced to change their centerman, but University at Buffalo will win the faceoff. Glinski just gets about around Lemieux, and it's now with Sizz. Sizz just dumps it in, and Walsh holds onto it. Walsh looking for a pass. He gets a long sauce pass to Carey. Carey looking to shot, backs up, looking for a pass now. Just past the stick of Simonek, and goes out of the zone. Fighting for it now, gets the guy out and clears the zone, and it's now with Mooney. Mooney gets around a couple defensemen. Mooney gets a shot, tip, and hits the end boards. Now with Lemieux. Lemieux cannot hold on to it. Now it's with Bauer for Buffalo, and back to C.J. Walsh after a mishandled puck. Now with Lemieux, just dumps it back in after a tip, and Shorthouse will hold on. It sounded like that assist on the Schiffman goal came from number 7. I'm not sure I've seen him on. I'll have to get that from Bo Drake, our statistician, later in the period. Late during intermission, I should say. Now with Austin, who just dumps it in. Now with C.J. Walsh. Walsh just backhands it to Cup. The Cup just flips it up in the air. Tries to get out of the zone, and that is going to be out of the zone after a tip from Dawson. Hubert does get it out of the zone. Marcelic now fighting for it, trying to get around it. This is dumped in by Buffalo. Austin holding out the near boards. Marcelic and Dawson both right there with him. Hubert also in there now. It's cleared out, and the shot from Leber and a glove down. High shot from Leber after Oswego State was able to get out of there, but to no avail. 12:02 remaining in the period. 6 shots apiece, 1 goal apiece. It's going to be University at Buffalo penalty, actually. A cross-checking minor on Wesley Austin. With 12:02 remaining, Oswego State will get their first power play of the game after a cross-check from Wesley Austin. We saw a couple power play goals yet on Thursday night, and that's what really brought Oswego State back into the game after trailing by a couple goals. But now, let's see if they can have that same confidence. Near boards and back to O'Neal. O'Neal passes it up to the near boards to McNamara. McNamara just gets it behind over to Myers now with Marvin near boards, back with O'Neal. Just cycling now with Marvin. Marvin can't get around and just passes over to O'Neal too far, but it'll go with McNamara. McNamara just gets a shot tipped off. Myers tries to get a stick on it, cannot. Bennett's going to try to clear it, just holding onto it now, freezing against the boards. Coming away with it is Oswego State, now with Marvin, over with Chapin, Marvin skating up the ice now, trying to get back to Chapin, but just shoot it down to Myers. Not a lot of shots, just a lot of cycling here. Myers skates back to the blue line now with Chapin. Chapin now with Myers. Myers over to O'Neal. O'Neal with a shot, glove down by Shorthouse. A lot of cycling in the first 53 seconds of the penalty, 11:09 remaining in the period. Face off in the near circle. That power play line before, I should say, was the one that scored all of the points. A lot of goals from that line, that second line of McNamara, Myers, and Marvin. Cup over to Walsh at the point. Carey cannot hold on, but now to Lemieux. Lemieux passes it back just out of reach of C.J. Walsh. As tall as he is, could not reach, and now goes all the way back to Colosi with 45 seconds remaining on the penalty. Theo Cup behind his own net. A couple players in front of him, and now to his sides, passes up to Lemieux. Lemieux skating up the ice, almost gets around a second defender. Excuse me for my hand there, and now it's with Walsh. Walsh skates in, backhands it, and now almost to the line for Cup, now skating to the ice is Lask. Lask looking for a shot, doesn't get it off as it's blocked by Cup. Cup holds on to it with 15 seconds remaining on the penalty, 10-15 now remaining in the period. Walsh for the pass over to Lemieux. Lemieux trying to get a shot off, does not, just skates back. Circles around, looking for a pass, cannot get anything now with Carey. Penalty is killed as Chris Carey brings it back into the neutral zone after being tested by Schiffman. Now with Bennett behind his own net, who gives it over to Stryker. Now with Schiffman once again, tries to get a long pass, but it's tipped away by Vasta. And now with O'Neal back to Vasta at their own blue line. Vasta almost a long pass, but it's cut away by University at Buffalo. Vasta with a penalty now, most likely going to be a trip. It's a shot and tipped away into the netting. It's going to be a trip on Bobby Vasta with 9:31 remaining. Oswego State now on the penalty kill for the first time. Bobby Vasta with a tripping minor. Cleared away all the way down the ice by O'Neal to start off the penalty kill. 1:55 remaining now, all the way down into the pads of Shorthouse, who will just pass it back to Tanner Woodruff. Tested by Dawson, but gets a pass off to Leber. Lever looking for a pass now and gets it back to Woodruff. Tipped away by Wands, who goes all the way down the ice now, and they don't even enter the offensive zone. Back with Woodruff up to Leber. Leber now skating up the ice with speed. Tries to get around defenseman, cannot, and it's cleared once again by O'Neal all the way down the ice as Woodruff can't hold on to it. Shorthouse weaves it for Woodruff at the near corner. Woodruff staying behind his net. Getting tested there by Wallace. University at Buffalo skating around now with Schiffman over, and now with Woodruff, who gives it up to Austin. Near it close, almost a shot, and stopped by Golosi after almost a cross pass. Woodruff right on the line there, almost brings it out offsides, but Austin now with it back to Woodruff at the point. Passes over, and a one wraparound almost spin move there by Schiffman. Cleared all the way down the ice now, and Wallace is going to skate after it. Maybe a shorthanded opportunity. Gets a shot up, just hits the stick, and goes way out of play into about the 6th or 7th bleacher of the stands. Linesman will get a new puck. Face-off will be in Oswego State zone, shorthanded. 33 seconds remaining in the penalty, and 8:04 in the period. 1-1 game between the Lakers and Bulls. University at Buffalo wins the face-off, and now behind the net is just William Stryker. Stryker gives it off to Bianchi. Bianchi skating up the ice past Hubert. He also gets around McNamara. Hubert tries to check him, but he falls down himself, and University at Buffalo hold on with Lask. Lask back to Bianchi, back to Lask. Bianchi, Lask. Nice game of catch. Now back to Bianchi at the point. Passes it back over to Stryker now. Stryker with a shot right into the path of Golosi, and he'll hold on. Penalty is killed. 7:30 remaining in the period. Face off in the Oswego State zone. Myers at center for Oswego State and Weber for University at Buffalo. Myers does tip it forward, but it goes right on the stick and ears of Buffalo. And C.J. Walsh will, however, get it in the wraparound, but loses possession almost right in front there with a shot from Mitch Cutchin. Patted away by Golosi. Myers now with behind the net, looking for a pass, gets it up to Marvin, cannot hold on as Myers' stick is lifted. Marvin tries to clear it now. Now it's cleared by McNamara. Myers can't hold on. Glinski with it into neutral zone. Now with McCutcheon. Leber just tips it in. Walsh trying to get in front of him, with the puck. Marvin now holding onto it in the near corner. Walsh knocked down. Looks like he might have already been going down, but it was a light hit. Either way, goes down. Sizz with it now, just dumps it back into neutral zone. Myers trying to get around his couple defensemen. Cannot, loses the puck. University at Buffalo recovers. McNamara skating now toward the far boards, but it will just be dumped in by Simonek in the far corner. Defensive line will change. Myers now cannot hold on, and that's with Sizz, but Marvin does recover. Now with McNamara at center, and the slot trying to get a tip as Myers cannot get a stick on it, just goes wide. Now with Walsh a shot, it's in! No, it's just outside, I apologize. It looked like it might have gone on the inside of the net. O'Neal, now with Myers. Marvin loses the puck to Ledyard. Ledyard up to Cantor. Now back with Ledyard, the captain. Ledyard races up the ice with Bianchi on his left, now with Bianchi on the near boards. Bianchi with Ledyard. Ledyard back to Bianchi. Tries to get off the Cantor, cannot get a pass away, and tries to get it back to Ledyard now, but is now with Oswego State, now with Wands. Wands brings it up the ice. Skating up the ice himself, gets a shot right into the pads of Shorthouse, who will just hold on. 5:25 remaining in the period. I apologize for my excitement. I thought that was a goal, but just went behind the net. Face off in the far circle now for Lockemeyer and also Mooney. Mooney does win it and will recover now at the end boards. Mooney with it. Michael Lemieux passes off, and Mooney just clears it all the way to the far boards. Banked away, but it stays in the zone, but just leaves. And now with Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer one-on-one and just tipped wide by Cup. Now it's going to be a penalty, it looks like, on Oswego State potentially for a trip. 5:01 call on Cup. Oswego State to their second penalty kill. Oswego State now will hit their second penalty kill after the cup tripping call with 5:01 remaining. 1-1 Lakers and Bulls, 9 shots apiece. Everything's tied up except the number of players on the ice. University of Buffalo wins the puck. Austin now with Woodruff. Woodruff takes a shot, screen, but it's blocked up in front by Walsh's pads. Or Walsh's legs, excuse me. Simonet clears it all the way down, and Shorthouse grabs it. Woodruff will grab it now behind his own net with Austin and Leber assisting him. Woodruff brings it up over to Austin. Austin gets around his defenseman but forgets the puck, and Kerber has it. Tries to clear it, but 2 guys check into him. That's going to be Austin and Leber that check into him. Now with Ledyard. Cantor over to Woodruff. Woodruff down to Leber. Ledyard over with Austin and back to Ledyard. Ledyard looking for a pass, just goes in front of Cantor. Cantor recovers, is at the far boards and at the point with Woodruff, and now a pass over to Austin. Austin back to Woodruff at the point, who takes a wrist shot and blocked down in front. Golosi might have gotten a pad on it. It goes behind. And Oswego State fighting for it now. Walsh now trying to get the puck, but it goes back to Woodruff at the line. Woodruff up to Austin. Austin back to Woodruff at the point, who almost takes a shot, but now with Austin. Austin shot and goal! Past the screen, Golosi right over the shoulder, and University of Buffalo takes a 2-1 lead on the power play. That's going to be Wesley Austin on the goal. His 6th of the season. 3:46 remaining in the period. Adam Marvin gets the face-off after Myers wins and now goes over to McNamara, now with Myers. Myers holds on to it, tries to get a shot off, cannot, loses the puck. It's going to be a low hit there, no call from the refs. University of Buffalo brings it up the ice now with Pianzak. Pianzak does not get a pass off now with McNamara. Almost a shot there from Marvin as he spins around. Cannot get anything off as it just goes way wide. Myers now fighting for it against Stryker. McCutcheon blocked away, and now a shot from O'Neill, but it's blocked by Lask. In the neutral zone now, Oswego State must retreat now with the University of Buffalo. Myers almost gets to it, just has to pass back now to Wands. Wands over to O'Neill. O'Neill on the near side passes it up to Marvin, who just dumps it in. Shorthouse with it. McNamara almost gets to him, but passes away to McCutcheon before he gets there. Now with Bennett. Bennett near at the far boards with Stryker. Stryker now behind his net. McNamara skating around trying to get to him. Myers blocks it with his skate. Now with McNamara. McNamara has a chance with Myers right there. Nothing there as it's tipped away. Buffalo will recover. Marvin lays a hit. And now with Myers. Myers tries to get over to McNamara for a tip. Nothing doing as it's tipped away by Buffalo. Once again with Stryker. Stryker passes it up to Pianzak. And now with O'Neill, who just keeps it in. Marvin holds on to it. Now with Myers. Myers with a shot right into the shoulder and now into the pads. It might be in the pads. It's loose. No, it was a little bit of a later whistle. Players didn't know where it was, but it is stopped by Shorthouse. That University at Buffalo goal, the second goal, scored by Wesley Austin, but also assisted by Tanner Woodruff and Jacob Cantor. Oswego State wins the faceoff, but University at Buffalo holds on to it. A couple Oswego State players collide, and it's with Lockemeyer. Shot and patted away, almost tipped on the rebound, but it's back in the neutral zone after University of Buffalo had another close chance there. Offside by University of Buffalo with 1:48 remaining in the period. Shots are pretty even still, 14-12, 2-1 Bulls over Lakers. Puck drop will be back in the neutral zone on the Oswego State side near their bench. Lockemeyer and Mooney. Mooney wins the faceoff. And back to Mooney after Chris Carey got the puck. Mooney now gets through some defensemen, cannot hold on to it as Schiffman grabs the puck, but it goes into the Buffalo zone. Mooney cannot grab the puck from Napier as they bring it into the zone. Almost stopped by Lemieux, but to be a shot, and almost just blocked away by Lemieux. Golosi couldn't hold a rebound. Lemieux just swipes it away. 1:15 remaining in the period. Now with Carey. Carey looking for a pass, nothing. Tries to dump it in, but it's just given off to Myers. Myers now to Cup. Cup just hits the chest. Now with Myers again out the rebound. Blocked away, though, by Woodruff. Marvin just misses it over to Wiesberger. Now with Napier. Over to Woodruff. And blocked away by Walsh by the body, who just dumps it back into Napier's stick. But it goes out of the play into the bench of University of Buffalo. Puck drop will be back in University of Buffalo's zone. 42.3 seconds remaining in the period. 16-13 shot advantage for University of Buffalo. They also have the 2-1 goal advantage. Myers at center ice with Leber. Leber will win it and hits it back to Stryker. Stryker just skating now around his goaltender. Schaefer over to Austin, but it's cut off by Walsh. Walsh tries to give to McNamara, but McNamara overskates it. Now it's Stryker up to Schaffer. Now a shot and patted away. No rebound shot. That shot came from Austin looking for a second. Now with Marvin. Marvin and Myers just off sides. Just by a hair. 20.5 seconds remaining. Almost a 2-on-1 opportunity, but whistled down after an offsides call. Far circle face-off near the University of Buffalo zone. Hubert face-off loses it to Ledyard, who just skates up the ice now. Blocked away by Simonek. It's going to be now with Lapierre. Shot just shouldered away by Golosi. And CJ Walsh will hold on to it right in front, but Golosi dives on it with 1.1 seconds remaining in the period. Far circle face-off in the Oswego State zone. Buffalo leading 2-1. Three of the Oswego State defense on the near side. All four Buffalo right in front, and the whistle just gets in, or the buzzer, just gets in time. Golosi blocks it. End the 20 minutes here at the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena on a Military Appreciation Night. University of Buffalo leads 2-1 over Oswego State. We'll have the official goals and stats and assists for you during the intermission. However, Oswego State trails 2-1 after 20 minutes. 18 shots for University of Buffalo, 13 for Oswego State after a couple power play opportunities for University of Buffalo and one for Oswego State. University of Buffalo was able to convert on the second one. That'll wrap it up for the first period. Once again, University of Buffalo 2, Oswego State Lakers 1. Ben Grigo alongside Jared Bridger will be back momentarily to get you the intermission report and for the second period of play. welcome back to... Oh, goodness, I apologize. I just knocked the headset off my own head. Excuse me. Welcome back to Oswego State University for some ACHA hockey as we get ready to start the second period. But before we do, we're going to have some recap of the first period and also look at the NECHL standings. So the first period, 3 goals were scored. Oswego State opened up scoring with a goal from Luke Myers and an assist from CJ Walsh. But just a couple minutes later, at 13:43 remaining, University at Buffalo would score with a goal from Cole Schiffman and an assist from Callahan Glinsky. With 3:46 remaining after a Theo Cup tripping call, with 3:46 remaining, they would score again with a goal from Wesley Austin and assist from Tanner Woodruff and Jacob Cantor. So that's where we stand, 2-1. Bulls over Oswego State, 18 shots compared to 13 as the teams prepare to come out just momentarily. But first, the NECHL standings, the Northeast Collegiate Hockey League of the American College Hockey Association. Oswego State currently sits in 5th place with 7 points, which is in the top 6 for playoffs in the NECHL. However, first place is Canisius College with a 5-0-3-1 record for 16 points. University at Buffalo is in second with a 4-0-1-1 record with 13 points. Rutgers University also tied with 13 points but a 3-1-3-2 record, more games played. Niagara University has sole possession of 4th place with a 3-1-2-0 record for 11 points. Oswego State, like I said, sits in 5th with a 2-0-1-1 record for 7 points. And Cortland State, Cornell University, and RIT all tied for that 6th and 7th, that 5th and 6th spot, all 7 points. Cortland with a 1-2-3-0 record, Cornell with a 1-2-4-0 record, and RIT with a 2-0-4-1 record. So if the standings ended today, that would mean Oswego State would be facing off in the NECHL playoffs in March, and that's how we would see it go from there. Cornell and RIT would be the 2 teams that would not be making it. Oswego State also with a +7 goal differential, which is second in the NACHL, only lacking behind University at Buffalo, who's a +11. So this weekend in the NACHL, last night UB, like I said before, defeated Cortland 5-3. Canisius College beat RIT 3-2 at RIT, and Rutgers beat Cornell at Rutgers 7-4. Today, Cornell does face Rutgers again, this time at Rutgers. Cortland, faces RIT, and that game was at 4. The other game was at 3. And right now, as you know, or should know, University at Buffalo facing Oswego. Canisius, Niagara, and let me do the math. Canisius and Niagara, as well, are the 2 teams that are off today for NECHL play at least. Buffalo State returning to the ice. Oswego State already at their bench. Alex Golosi taking control of his net along with Ian Shorthouse for Buffalo. It looks like that second defensive line of Martin Simonek and CJ Walsh will be starting once again. Can't exactly tell who the forward line is quite yet, but my guess it's going to be that second line of McNamara, Myers, and Marvin once again. And my guesses are correct. That line will be coming out for their second straight period. No, actually, excuse me. No, Marvin's getting back in the box. And the bench, to the first line, Chris Carey, Sean Mooney, and Mike Lemieux. Mooney at center ice for Oswego, and Ledyard at center ice for Buffalo. 20 minutes on the clock for the middle period as the puck is dropped, and Buffalo comes away with it, but Oswego State will recover after they just dump it into their zone. CJ Walsh with it and passes it up to Lemieux. Lemieux just dumps it in and hits Shorthouse, who will hold on to it, with Chris Carey right on him. Only 12 seconds past, 19:48 remaining. Puck drop in the Buffalo zone at the far circle. Buffalo will win the faceoff. They try to clear it, but it's held in by Mooney. Mooney tries to get in front, but Carey's not there. Now with Lemieux. Lemieux takes a shot and gloved in the far side, on his right side. Lemieux's right side, that is. Shorthouse's left, glove down, 19:35 remaining. Early shot for Mike Lemieux there, trying to tie this game up as Buffalo leads 2-1 over Oswego State. Line change. Marvin now at center ice for Oswego State, who almost wins the faceoff, and Mike Myers does come away now. And Marvin the shot right into the chest of Shorthouse. Right there, could not get enough top shelf shot off of it. And now 15 shots for the Lakers after another Marvin shot. Marvin at center ice again with Myers right behind him. Buffalo comes away with this one, however. Now it's Schaefer. University at Buffalo with it now with Austin racing up the ice with Walsh right there. Austin gets a shot off. It's in! Wesley Austin gets a backhand. It looks like it might have hit the back of the pad to Golosi, and it trickles right in. University of Buffalo now leads 3-1. That was a weird goal. There was another goal like that, again, in the game against Syracuse, where Golosi thought he had it, but it trickled in. Same thing happened here, but this is a second weird angle shot and Austin's second goal of the night. Pardon me, I'm looking for my pencil to write that down. Cannot find it, but that, once again, that was the Wesley Austin goal. And I'll be sure to get the assist once I hear it. Just dumped in, Theo Cup with it, just skates it, wraps it around over the last. Assist going to go to number 24, Jordan Wanchuk. And Cup will recover in his own zone. Cup over to Wiesberger. Wiesberger holds on, spins around, back to Cup behind his own net. Cup skating with it now. Tries to bank it off the boards over to Marcellus. Marcellus does win the icing call. It's actually waved off because Shorthouse went to it. Cup now just dumps it in. Players must retreat. Buffalo University at Buffalo with it. Grabbed by Wiesberger, who just dumps it back in onto the stick of Callahan Golinski. No icing, it is tipped. Oswego State will hold on to it. That's Wands now with it. Tries to get a pass off, just past the stick of Chapin. University at Buffalo hold on. Woodruff off to Wanchuk. Oswego State can't get a stick on it. That's Wands trying to get a stick. Tipped away by Wanchuk once again. Now with Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer trying to get a pass in center. Cannot. Tipped away, but they'll hold on. Lockemeyer once again down to Schiffman. Schiffman back to Napier. Now in the far corner. Near corner, excuse me. Woodruff. Skates around. Toe drags past his defenseman. And back with Wiesberger now. Wiesberger over to Wands behind the goal. Oswego State can't get out of their own zone. Now with Wands. Wands holding on to it. Trying to get his forward set. Now with Vasta. Wands again in his own red zone. Now with Vasta. Excuse me, now with Wiesberger. Wiesberger tries to get it to Chapin. Chapin can't hold on, and it's back with University at Buffalo. Schiffman. Poked away by Wands after a diving play. Now, after an attempted dump by Oswego State. There's a number 5 on the Oswego State lineup. And Andrew Cardy, sorry. Can't forget about Cardy. Forgot about number 5 for a second there. I got a little confused, but University at Buffalo will hold on. Cantor, Woodruff, near boards. Now with Ledyard. Ledyard just dumps it back in, back to Woodruff. Woodruff just leaves it for Bianchi. Bianchi back to Woodruff. Woodruff tries to get in front, tipped away, cannot hold on to it, is Napier. Cleared all the way down the ice by Wands. It's going to be an icing call. It's going to go all the way back to the Oswego zone as players try to get off. Let's see if the referee can get the right call. All 5 players to return. Cardy tried to hide. The camouflage did not work. A little bit of reluctancy from Cardy, who's now at center ice. With 16:08 remaining in the period, down 2 goals. Buffalo leads Oswego State 3-1. Wands fighting for it, gets knocked down a little bit off the puck, and it's now with Cantor. Cantor just wraps it back around over to Bianchi. Hit by Chapin. Now it's frozen at the far boards and taken away by University of Buffalo. The shot just tipped wide in front by Cantor. That shot came from Bennett. Cantor now with it. Hit on offensive hit, at least on Wiesberger. University of Buffalo has a neutral zone, but Wiesberger was knocked down. Now with Bianchi, hit away by Cardi. Cardi lays into his man, and it's now with Ledyard again. Ledyard just behind his goal, or Oswego State's goal, excuse me, and now with Bianchi. Bianchi tries to get in front, nothing doing, just cleared down by the defense of Oswego. It's going to be another icing. See what players can get off the, and no players will change. Chris Timmons not happy about something. Next year, and all 5 of those same players will return once again. Not able to get off the ice. Buffalo State, University at Buffalo looked like they might have touched it, but nothing doing as they were playing defense. Once again, it patted away after a deflection into his pads was Golosi with 15 minutes remaining in the period. And now with Simonek. Simonek just tries to get into the neutral zone, cannot, and Galinsky has it once again. Galinsky, backhand right into the pads of Golosi, doesn't know where it is, it's back in the near boards. Now with Simonek. Simonek cannot handle well. It's back with Galinsky all the way back to the blue line with Leber. Cleared all the way back down with Wands once again. Wands tries to clear it now with Austin right in front. Austin just with a wide shot, wide open chance. Wonderful opportunity just missed by Austin. Now with Wands over to Marcelic. Wands can't hold on, and now with Wesley Austin again. Wesley Austin with 2 goals. Austin with a second shot and just goes wide after a little bit of a bobbled puck. University of Buffalo doing great holding on to the pressure there. Shot and patted away by Golosi, who just holds on, and Oswego State will finally be able to get a change. That's about 3 or 4 minutes of just one line trying to clear the zone. It's still not actually cleared. It's still in their zone, but they're at least able to get some fresh legs out there after a couple icings. That second line out there for Oswego State now. Tipped on goal by Bauer. Misses Golosi, but it's in the neutral zone now. McNamara tries to get it, but it's tipped away by Lask. Up to Woodruff, and now with Pienzak. Pienzak cannot get a shot off as it's tipped away. Now with Marvin. Marvin gets into the neutral zone. It looked like it might have been hooked or tripped a little bit, but he just falls on his own accord. Myers just dumps it into the zone. McNamara right there to meet his offensive, or Buffalo marksman, excuse me, and a shot from Simonek gets tipped into the netting, and we'll have a stoppage in play with 13:29 remaining in the period. Finally a face-off in the Buffalo zone after a lot of zone time for University of Buffalo. As University of Buffalo does win that one. It's going to be with Lockemeyer. Now with Oswego State, now with Lemieux. Just dumped back in by Mooney. Bumped off the puck, Simonek, and now tries to hit it in, but now with the University of Buffalo once again. Gets around a defenseman is Schiffman. Now right in front, now right in front is Wanchok. Cannot get the shot, patted away, no rebound opportunity. Simonek just clears it down, and that is going to be an icing once again. No attempt to change players quick, and it'll be right back in the Oswego State zone with 12:55 remaining in the period. Timmons even expressing his hand to tell the players not to try to even get off the ice, because I don't think he's happy with the referees after the last icing call when players did get off the ice in time. It's going to be Mooney at center now. University of Buffalo needed a change. Cantor gets replaced by Ledyard. Right in front, University of Buffalo get held on. Now it's with Bianchi. Bianchi leaves it for Ledyard. Ledyard over to Bennett. Not Bennett, that was Sizz. Now with Ledyard once again held on to by Mooney. Mooney right there holding on to him in the boards. Now with Sizz once again. Sizz with a shot blocked in front, does not even touch goal. So now a shot and just goes wide by Ledyard after the rebound. Far boards now for Sizz once again, who just wraps it around, and Mooney. Mooney has it. now with Cantor. A couple of Oswego defenders fighting for it. Simonek now tries to get it around Galinsky. He does, and Chris Carey almost gets around but loses the puck. Back into the Oswego State zone. CJ Walsh with it in his own goal. Oswego State not able to get a ton of offense off in this period. No icing. It was a deflection, and also Shorthouse touched it. Oswego State trying to hold on to it in their own zone. Schaffer now with it over to Sizz. Sizz behind his own goal with Galinsky. Myers cannot get it over to Marvin. Now with Leber. Myers, no penalty after shoving his player down, but it is going to be a hand pass. It's going to be on the far circle in the Buffalo zone. Oswego State maybe getting a little pressure here. Got to take advantage of this momentum. They're down by 2 goals with 11:37 remaining. In the grand scheme of things, not a ton of time. They want to at least enter the third period, with maybe a 1-goal deficit, even if it's a tie potentially. A couple players trying to get off the bench as the Lakers win it. Marvin back to Wiesberger. Myers, tries to get a cross ice but cannot. Now with Marvin behind the goal, now with Myers. Myers behind his own goal. Myers with no one in front, tries to get a pass off, and now it's Austin. Austin skating up the ice with Schaffer in the middle. Austin with a shot blocked in front by Cup, and now with with Leber. Taken away by Cup in the far boards now. Just cleared all the way down the ice into the neutral zone, and Leber will hold on. And now with Schaffer. Schaffer looking for a shot, gets around the defense with no shot. Cup with it now. Cup slips on his own accord. Cup loses the puck, will recover, and now with Wiesberger. Wiesberger over to Marvin. Marvin up to Myers. Myers cannot hold on to the puck, and it goes back to Buffalo. Austin now with it. Takes a slap shot right into the glove of Galosi, and for another stoppage, 10:44 remaining in the period. It's going to be a puck drop in the near boards, or near circle in the Oswego State zone. Herbert at center ice along with Lask. Herbert wins it. Wands wraps it around to Marsalek. Marsalek tries to get it over to Dawson, but blocked away by the skates of Buffalo. Now with Lask. Lask gets there away from Wands, tries to get a pass, but Wands will hold on. Back to Lask, however. Now with Wands. Bobbled around. Oswego State almost clears the zone. We're back with Lask on the far boards, far corner. McCutcheon just wraps it around. Now with Herbert. Woodruff holds on, but Dawson and Wands are right there to meet him. And now with Dawson once again. Dawson skating up the ice himself. Did not hold on to it as he's stopped by Pianzak. Pianzak leaves it for McCutcheon, who brings it into his own zone, but stops it by Dawson. Dawson looking to pass over to Herbert, but stopped by Pianzak again. A lot of back and forth in the neutral zone, but it's held in by Dawson. Dawson just slaps it in, and he goes back to Woodruff. Woodruff leaves it for Napier. And now with Lask. Oswego State now with it in their zone. Almost a shot from Dawson. Cannot get a stick on it right in front, but it's held in by Wands. Just dumped in, but Buffalo will recover with Woodruff. Woodruff just wraps around Pianzak right there, but it's taken away by Mooney. Mooney passes it back to O'Neal. O'Neal back to Mooney on the near boards. Mooney cannot hold on to it, but he recovers. O'Neal just misses a pass. It goes into the neutral zone. Nothing doing. Oswego State trying to take advantage here. Chris Carey just dumps it in. 9 minutes remaining in the period. Chris Carey gets it in his own end boards. Now with Mooney. Mooney looking for a pass. Just leaves it now for Lemieux. Mooney falls to the ice and loses the puck to Woodruff, who now passes it off to Lask. Lask skating up the ice. Wands right in front of him. Almost gets past Wands after a loose puck deep, but it's stopped by Simonek. Simonek looking for a pass. Just skates up the ice himself. Gets around a defenseman, but it loses the puck off to William Stryker. That's with Carey now, who falls on the ice. Wands recovers and gives out to Simonek, back to Wands, who loses the puck. And right in front, right in front was Wanchok, but could not get. It's going to be a penalty on Buffalo, University of Buffalo, actually, after all that. Goes into neutral zone. University of Buffalo touch it. Wanchok touches it. We'll see what the call is. It's going to be a tripping call on Cole Schiffman. Pardon me. It's going to be 8:11 remaining in the period. Oswego State's second power play opportunity, and this one's crucial, being down 2 goals. University of Buffalo wins the faceoff and clears it all the way down the ice right into the stick of Alex Golosi, who will just leave it for O'Neill. 8 minutes remaining in the period, 1:50 on the power play. O'Neill leaves it for Marvin, who just gets up the ice. Marvin had 2 goals yesterday and 2 assists on Thursday. O'Neill skates up the ice himself and leaves it off for McNamara. McNamara over to Marvin. Marvin on the far side, skates in. Maybe looking for a shot, maybe looking for a pass, but just turns around. Marvin skating with it now, leaves it for O'Neill. O'Neill back to the point with Marvin. Marvin over to the near side with Myers. Myers back to O'Neill. O'Neill over to Marvin. Marvin over to O'Neill. A lot of cycling. O'Neill with a shot just blocked away. And a shot by McNamara, but goes high and wide. Marvin with it now. University of Buffalo holds on. Marvin trying to fight for it. And it's stuck with Oswego State. Wrapped around now with McNamara in the far corner. With Chapin. Chapin over to Myers in the near corner. Myers looking for maybe a shot. Goes to O'Neill over to Marvin. Marvin takes a shot, hits the post, and bounces off. Marvin with it once again at the blue line. Now with O'Neill. O'Neill over to McNamara, who takes a shot and just hits the side of the net. McNamara now with it, 35 seconds remaining on the penalty, 6:45 remaining in the period. Marvin with it now on the near side. Marvin down to Myers. Myers back to Marvin. Marvin looking for a shot potentially. Fake shot, and Myers did not get a slap shot off. It's blocked by Bennett and held in now by Marvin. Marvin all the way over now near side Myers. Myers looking for a pass over to O'Neill, but tipped away by Woodruff. Ledyard. He goes into the netting. 6:28 remaining in the period. 17 seconds on the penalty. Lines will change for both teams after a good amount of pressure there from Oswego State. Not a ton of shots on net, but definitely laying the basis now for potentially a goal in the coming minutes. Now with Pianzak. Pianzak just loses the puck to Walsh, and Carey will recover. Carey with it, skating up the ice himself. Stick check there by Lask. Lask cannot hold on to it. It's just dumped in by Oswego State. That was Cup. Carey now with it. Wraps it back around. Can't hold on is Mooney. Carey can't get it behind his own goal. Mooney's right there, though. Now with Woodruff. Woodruff trying to clear it. He just passes it up, actually. Penalty is killed. Even strength now. Oswego State loses its big opportunity. University of Buffalo bring up the ice on McCutcheon. And it's just dumped in by Austin. C.J. Walsh now behind his own net after Golosi held onto it for him. Walsh skating up the ice himself a little bit, looking for potentially a pass, and he gives it in middle ice to Mooney. Mooney skating up the ice and right in the center. Tries to get off to McNamara, cannot. Just a shot. Lemieux there, tried to deflect it, couldn't get anything on it, just holds on instead. Now it's a breakaway for Buffalo. 2-on-1 opportunity. Right in front, but tipped away by Walsh after a shot from Victor McCutcheon. Now with Myers. Myers leaves it for Lemieux. Lemieux skating up the ice into his own zone. Loses the puck to Sizz. Lemieux holds on and goes back into neutral zone. That went out of play into the bench, but bounced back in. Stoppage of play, 4:56 remaining in the period. .28 shots now for University of Buffalo compared to the Lakers' 17. 3-1 lead for the Bulls over the Lakers. Gonna be a quick whistle. Not exactly sure why. Looks like it looks like Marvin and Alex Bauer were going at it a little bit. The linesman didn't like it. Marvin now goes in. Myers on the side. Bauer in center. Since they wanted to tap sticks so much, they put them both at center. Ooh, just hits the mask of McNamara. He goes down after Wands tried to hit it into his own zone. He goes down, but Myers has it with a shot, but patted away. Goes inside, and McNamara with it. It looks like he's going to be okay. A shot from Wands, blocked away by Bauer. Now with it is Bianchi. Bianchi looking for a shot, patted away by Golosi. Bauer wasn't there to reach the rebound. Now with O'Neal up to Wands. Excuse me, Myers. Myers just tips it all the way down. He's right there, offside. Marvin, just a hair over the line. Smart play in general, trying to tip it up to Marvin and flop it onto Marvin, but Marvin is just offsides by a hair and goes back to the neutral zone. Actually, no, all the way back to the Oswego State zone on the near circle. 4:19 remaining in the period. Lines will change for Oswego State. It's going to be a mixture of the third and fourth line for Oswego. Now with it is Cardi. Cardi tried to get around. He does, but cannot hold on to the stick, and now it's with Stryker. University of Buffalo holds on, and now it's with Bianchi. Bianchi racing up the ice with speed. Wands right there. Bianchi can't get a shot now with Ledyard. Someone lost the stick. That's going to be Wands, lost the stick. Picks it up. Ledyard cannot get a pass in center. Swiped away by O'Neal, but Bianchi gets it. Now over with Cantor. Cantor back to Ledyard. Ledyard all the way back to the line with Stryker, who takes a shot. Blocked in front, and big save by goal. It is a goal. Right past the diving Golosi. Past the glove. Not a big celebration because it wasn't seen generally, but it's now a 4-1 lead for the University of Buffalo after the Bianchi goal. University at Buffalo now with a 3-goal lead after the Bianchi goal. We'll wait for the assist on that one. Shot just gloved down. That shot came from Michael Lemieux. It's going to be in the far circle now with 3:38 remaining in the period. Oswego State needs at least one here as a 3-goal lead, considered the worst lead in hockey. University of Buffalo holds onto it behind their net. Oswego State now trying to pass it off to their own teammate as Mooney holds on in the far boards. It's kicked away. Mooney tries to get a shot in. Carey cannot get a stick on it, however. Cleared out of the zone by University of Buffalo. No icing as Cup beat it before it got to the end of the boards. Now with Lemieux as he hits it passes it all the way up the ice. Back in neutral zone with University of Buffalo, tipped in by Leber. Leber not fast enough to get the shot off. Big hit on Wiesberger by Leber, however. Wiesberger can't hold on to the puck. Taken away by Oswego State now with Carey over to Lemieux. Lemieux almost gets around his defenseman, gets a stick on the puck and just dumps it in with 2:45 remaining in the period. Carey cannot hold on to it and University of Buffalo will recover. Now with Marvin. Marvin just trying to get a skate on it. Pass it off to Myers, but University of Buffalo has it back. That's going to be Stryker. Stryker skating up the ice now with Schaffer. Schaffer coming in now. Looks for a shot, cannot get anything, patted away. No penalty because no hook. Golosi just gets the save. University of Buffalo holds on. Shot blocked away by Oswego State defense, and Myers almost gets to it. Just loses it. Woodruff now in the near boards. Now with Schaffer. Schaffer looking for a shot, but gets sticked away. And back in the neutral zone we go. 2:05 remaining in the period. Buffalo leads 4-1 over Oswego State. Just tipped in by Pienzak. Oswego State has it. Now in Marvin. Pienzak right there to meet him though. Now back to Woodruff. Woodruff up to Pienzak, but it's cut away by McNamara. McNamara skating in, looking past Myers. Myers with a shot right into the pads, and McNamara cannot get the rebound. Patted away right in front of McNamara, no rebound chance. Slipping down is CJ Walsh, now one on breakaway after Pienzak. Just gets around and goal! CJ Walsh fell down. Pienzak gets the breakaway opportunity, dekes around Golosi, and Oswego State, or University of Buffalo now leads 5-1 with 1:32 remaining in the period. That goal most likely unassisted. get official assists in between the periods. The deficit just keeps getting larger for Oswego State. It's going to be a timeout for Oswego State, however, after the 5th goal has been scored. Delosi looks like he's remaining in net. Unassisted goal, as expected, for the Pianzak goal. But Chris Timmons now most likely trying to calm his team down. Get him focused, maybe for the 3rd period, for a large comeback. Doesn't have a board out at all. Just trying to figure out what's going on. It looks like University of Buffalo doing the same thing, maybe even a little bit more relaxed after scoring the 5th one. A couple players look like they're laughing a little bit. Chris Timmons just trying to calm his team down, looks like. Get the fundamentals, because sometimes that's where you got to start. You got to start back at the fundamentals and just play the game you love, hockey. And that's what we're trying to do here. Delosi skates back to his net with 1:32 remaining in the period on the timeout. Buffalo has 31 shots compared to the Lakers 20. 5-1 Buffalo. First line still out for Oswego State, Mooney, Carey, Lemieux. Third line out for their defense, Wands and O'Neill. University of Buffalo wins the puck and just tips it in. Delosi will grab it, and now with O'Neill. O'Neill gets around his defenseman and would skate up the ice himself into the neutral zone. Tries to give it up to Lemieux, but it's taken away and then a recover once again by Mooney. Mooney with a shot, but sticked away. Now with Lemieux. Lemieux can't hold on, and it's with Schiffman. Oswego State holds on to it. Wands can't get a stick on it, but now with Lemieux on the board, just wraps it back around. It's going to be with the University of Buffalo. Under a minute now to go in the period. O'Neill with it. Wraps it around to Mooney. Looking for a pass. Mooney can't get the pass over to Carey, and it's taken away by Sizz. 40 seconds remaining in the period as Wands holds it in his own zone. Wands gets the pass up to Mooney. Carey, excuse me, now with Wands. Wands takes a shot just over the crossbar. And now over Lemieux. Lemieux takes a shot. Marvin. Lemieux can't get the rebound, however. Now with Marvin once again. Marvin had 4 points on Thursday. Maybe he can add to this one. Just wraps it back around for Glinski to grab it. Now with the University of Buffalo, but Oswego State does it back in. Myers can't glove it down, however, and now back with Glinski. Sizz just passes it up the boards over to Schiffman. Trip up is McNamara, and that's going to end the period. So that means the power play is going to have a full 2 minutes heading into the 3rd period. We'll get the official call, most likely at the beginning of the 3rd. It's going to be a holding call. I believe that was on Cole Schiffman, but we'll get official word heading into the 3rd period. So at the end of the 2nd period, University of Buffalo leads Oswego State 5-1 after a big period from University of Buffalo. Oswego State now with an uphill battle heading into the regulation period. Buffalo leads the shot totals 31-22. We'll be back momentarily to give you the goals and assists from the 2nd period and potentially see a Laker revival. You're listening on YouTube Live with Ben Grego and Jerry Pritchard on the camera. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the third and regulation period of the Oswego State University at Buffalo ACHA hockey game. I'm Ben Grieco alongside Jerry Pritchard on the camera. And let's just say Oswego State has an uphill battle in front of them, now trailing 5-1 after the second period. Just for a little bit of an update on the entire goals. We gave you the first period, but for the second period, only 43 seconds in, Wesley Austin scored his second of the game with an assist from Jordan Wanchuk. Excuse me. 3:45 remaining in the period, Buffalo scored again, this time a goal from Austin Bianchi with assist from Jacob Cantor and William Stryker. 1:32 remaining, Buffalo would score their final goal of the period, and a breakaway after CJ Walsh fell and lost his puck, scored by Austin Pianzak, who just got around Galosi. 5-1 is our score, but the bright side here is that Oswego State will be starting the third period on a power play after a holding penalty on Wanchuk. But the time expired before the ref could blow his whistle for it. So Oswego State down 4 goals heading into the final period. I don't have a color commentary beside me. However, if I were a color commentary and I thought what would I ask myself if Chris Timmons was talking to his team right now? My opinion, just play hockey. These guys all know how to play hockey. They've played probably hockey at least more than 5 years each, given how hockey works in a lot of states with midget hockey, bantam hockey, high school hockey, junior hockey, all the wonderful levels of hockey. They just need to get down to the fundamentals, play hockey that they know and love. Don't make anything fancy, just make passes and get shots. This power play will be crucial. University at Buffalo probably just trying to do what they've been doing and keep it simple as well. Don't over-defend, don't cramp up, and we'll see what they can do as well. But as Oswego State takes the ice in their camo uniforms for Military Appreciation Night, and University at Buffalo following right behind them, it'll be interesting to see what the team has planned. Looking ahead of tonight's game, Oswego State will remain home after the Thanksgiving break this coming week. They will face the Rochester Institute of Technology on December 1st again, with an 8 p.m. puck drop for another NECHL matchup. And then the next day, which Jerry and I are trying to get to, potentially depending on travel situations, they face Cornell University at Cornell on the 2nd. So we're going to try to get to that game as well, maybe potentially broadcast away for you guys, our first road game with the team. Chris Timmons getting some last-minute pep talk in before the power play starts for his team. Wanchuk now entering the bench. 4 players on the ice, and it looks like it's going to be that first power play unit. We've seen Marvin and Chapin along with McNamara on defense. Shane Myers as well, and on their defender will be O'Neill. 4 forwards, 1 defenseman on this power play. As the puck is dropped, and University of Buffalo does come away with it, but it's batting up to Marvin. Marvin over to Myers on the near board now, looking for that goal to at least pull this game within 3. O'Neill gives it over to McNamara. McNamara leaves it for Marvin. McNamara can't find the puck and goes behind his own goaltender, killing 20 seconds off this power play. Myers with it. Myers skating up the ice. Loses the puck to Ledyard. University of Buffalo just clears it. O'Neill's the guy before it goes down any further, stays in the neutral zone. Over to Chapin now. Chapin now with Myers. Myers hits it back for Chapin, misses it now with Marvin. Marvin looking for pass all the way down in the corner with McNamara. McNamara fans on the shot, and University of Buffalo hold on now with Bianchi. Chapin now has it beyond his own goal, skating up the ice. Passes it off to Myers. Myers skating up the ice in the middle himself. Myers just dumps it in onto the stick of Shorthouse. Stopped by McNamara, almost stopped by O'Neill, but hit in by Marvin for Bennett behind the goal of Buffalo. Now with O'Neill at the blue line. O'Neill looking for a pass, just wraps it around, tries to wrap around at least and stopped by Stryker, but O'Neill will glove it down. Marvin hits it with his pad, goes all the way out after a strong bounce, and Oswego State will have to retreat. Chapin now with it in his own zone, 30 seconds remaining on the power play, 18:30 remaining in the game, or at least in the period. Mike Lemieux racing up the ice, tries to get around, cannot. Striker has it, cleared down the ice and grabbed by Cup. Cup looking for a pass, passes it across ice to Walsh. Walsh up to Carey, Carey to Lemieux. Lemieux shoots, it just goes high with Mooney looking for a shot as well, does not pass it off, takes it for himself. Goes, hits the back end boards. Cup at the point, penalty kill, 18 minutes even. Mooney down to Carey. Bauer now on the ice for Buffalo as it's racing on the ice. No icing call. Golosi holds on to it. And now with Carey. Carey looking for pass over to Mooney. Lemieux with a shot, shouldered away and off the blocker. Now with Cup. Bennett's holding on to it now with Bauer. Bauer just skates around now with Lemieux. Lemieux looking for someone in front. There's no one there. Cup loses the puck, goes to center ice now with Carey. Cannot get into his own into the offensive zone. University of Buffalo has it. Carey forgets the puck. McCutcheon cannot get it to Bauer, and now it's with Cup once again in the neutral zone. Now with Lemieux. Lemieux just shoots it at Shorthouse, but just goes wide into the end glass. McCutcheon over to Schiffman. Knocked down by Herbert and Cardi in the joint effort, and now with Wands and over to Dawson. Dawson holds on to it, but loses to the University of Buffalo. Now it's a shot and glove down after the shot. And a goal, excuse me, I was looking at my notes. University of Buffalo scores once again after Golosi can't hold on to the shot. Dan Parapesco getting ready to come in. Golosi's getting to the bench. 16:48 remaining in the period. Goaltender switch. 6-1, Buffalo. Schiffman with the goal. So it's 16:48, Buffalo takes a 6-1 lead now. We'll get the assist later on, however, hopefully. And this deficit just keeps getting higher and higher for Oswego State. O'Neal has it in his own end. O'Neal over to Wands. Wands with Marvin. Out, pass is getting Marvin. Marvin racing down. Icing is canceled with Shorthouse grabbing it behind his own goal. At the blue line, Wands just hits it in, gloved down by Napier. Lockemeyer tries to get it around. It gets knocked down a little bit by Marvin. Carey tries to get it up to Myers. Myers tries to get the backhand, patted away. University of Buffalo holds it with Woodruff. Now with Carey. Carey tries to give it to Marvin, who hits Woodruff after he held the puck from the pass. O'Neal just hits it into the zone. Cross-ice pass over to Wanchop, but he loses it, it looks like, to Wands. Wands loses the puck, however. It's going to be poked around a little bit and back to Wanchop. Now with Woodruff. Up to Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer looking for a shot. Goes way wide after deflection. Looking for a slap shot right in the slot. And it's going to play. 15:34 remaining in the period. Parapesco has not faced a shot yet. It's the first time Golosi has been pulled this season. He has come in a replacement, and I believe it was for Parapesco. Actually, I think it might have been on Pink the Rink night, if I remember correctly. Oswego State wins the faceoff, and they almost clear the zone, but it's going to be knocked back in by Bennett. Now with Walsh. Walsh up to Lemieux. Lemieux can't get to the puck, and it's in the far near corner. University of Buffalo and Parapesco makes a save there, pads it away. Moody tries to get the shot off, tries a stick lift, get the pass off. Goes near boards. University of Buffalo holds on. Now with Simonek. Simonek to Cup. Cup just puts it in the neutral zone, and it's going to be with Lemieux. Lemieux with a chance, someone right in front. Just patted away after a backhanded shot, maybe looking for a rebound for Simonek. Nothing doing. Mooney now lays a hit, but Bennett holds on to the puck. Now behind his own goal, looking for a pass. Now over to Stryker. Stryker, center ice up to Schaffer. Schaffer going in. Knocked down by Simonek, and he loses the puck now with Walsh. Walsh passes up ice to Vasta. Vasta looks for a pass over to Wallace, but it's cut by University of Buffalo, but Oswego has it back now. Now with Marvin. Wallace almost gets to a slot pass to Dawson. University of Buffalo regains in the slot after it stood there for a couple seconds. Cantor knocked down by Herbert. It'll go all the way down the ice. No icing as Perepesco holds on. Ledyard with now in the middle was with Bianchi, now with Cantor. Cantor gives it off to Ledyard. Bianchi, Ledyard right in the slot, can't get anything on it, clears the zone. Shorthouse will hold on with Sizz right next to him. Sizz grabs the puck and looks for a pass, but taken away by Oswego State. Shot from Wallace, patted away. No deflection in front. University of Buffalo holds on. 13:40 remaining in the period. 32-26 is the shot advantage for University of Buffalo. Oswego State gets the puck. It's Luke Myers. Luke Myers looking for a pass. Cannot get it to Wallace. Wallace just kept skating. Ledyard just dumps it in, but it hits McCutcheon. Missed him. McCutcheon tries to get around a player, loses the puck, and it's held on to by Oswego State. Now with Myers. Myers couldn't get around Woodruff just enough. It's held on to now by University of Buffalo. McCutcheon grabs the puck. It's going to be taken away by O'Neill. Lask with it in his own zone, taken away once again by Chris Carey. Chris Carey brings it in his own zone, up the zone, over to Myers. Wiesberger was looking for a change. Jack gets it now, but couldn't hold on to the puck. Perepesco has it behind his own net. Lask with it in the near boards. Passes it back to Napier. Napier with a shot. Stick on it. Goes way over the net near the Zamboni door. Way over the net. Almost hit the Canadian flag. That's next to the American, if you remember during the national anthem. But almost hits the Canadian flag. Way over the net. Buffalo goaltender change now. Von Hedman is going to be heading in relief for Shorthouse, most likely just preventing any further injury. Shot by Perepesco holds on. The whistle was blown. Referee admits the mistake that Perepesco doesn't have it. Thought he was holding on to it. Lucky break there for Perepesco. Von Hedman skating around now, just trying to get his bearings with him, as it's still in the Oswego State zone, as it has been a majority of the night. Wanchuk just wraps it back around, and now over with Schiffman. Oswego State holds on, cannot keep a stick on it, however, is back to Wanchuk. Wanchuk tries to get in front, and he does over to Stryker at the blind, tipped away, and doesn't have to hit Perepesco. Now back over a shot, and just goes high. That shot came from Lockemeyer. Now with Bennett. Bennett just wraps it around over to Lockemeyer. Can't get a stick on it, however, as he was ahead of it. Oswego State tries to clear it, and they do this time. Stryker with it now. A pass over to Schaffer. Schaffer almost gets around to Svetsman, loses the puck, and Myers will hold on. Luke Myers, 12 minutes remaining in the period, skates up the ice. Bennett in neutral zone. It is going to be a penalty. Tripping call. Interference. And that call is going to be on Schaffer. Oswego State now on a power play. Anything would help them at this point. A goal to start momentum with 11:55 remaining in the period. But this deficit would still be large. Cup holds it at the line now. Cup over to Walsh. Walsh looking for the shot. Blocked away by Pienzak. Now with Carey. Carey tries to get a wraparound, but it's stopped by Von Hedman. Buffalo now loses the puck, and it's with Mooney. But it clears the zone. As Cup gets into neutral zone, Oswego State must retreat now with Walsh. Walsh gets in, waiting for Carey to come back across the blue line. Walsh in the far corner. Stopped there by Napier. Oswego State does lose possession for a moment there. And now with Carey. Napier holds onto it and just clears the zone. It's going to be a 2-on-1 shorthanded opportunity. Now it's going to be Ledyard with Cup right there. Ledyard looking for a pass. Just gets past Perepesco wide, looking for a one-timer tip, but nothing doing. Buffalo will gain possession and hold on to it in their own zone, trying to kill this penalty with 1:05 remaining on the penalty, 11 minutes remaining in the period. Goes into the Actually, you'll just head back into the zone of Oswego State, excuse me. Or University of Buffalo, Oswego State's offensive zone, I should say. Myers at center with McNamara to his right and Marvin to his left. Goes all the way back down the ice on this power play. Parapesco will just hold on to it. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty. 10:45 remaining in regulation. Marvin skating up the ice now with speed on the left side. Marvin just tips it around, tries and gets to it at the end boards, looking for a pass. He'll hold on to it, however, as he holds it along the end boards. Marvin over to Chapin. Chapin over to Myers. Myers trying to get it over to McNamara. Gets cut by University of Buffalo, who clears it all the way back down. Parapesco holds on. Almost a miss pass there as Leber was right there for Buffalo. Stryker with a little bit of a disruption in the neutral zone. Now Leber once again. Now a Chapin who takes it away after Myers batted it away from Leber. Skating up to Escondido with a big back check, hip check by Leber, who flies over him. But Oswego State recovers with 5 seconds remaining on the penalty. It is now killed. 9:55 remaining in the period. Buffalo State, University at Buffalo holds on to it. It'll clear it all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call. Simonek gets there with no challenge from the University of Buffalo. All 5 players from University of Buffalo must stay on as they return to the zone. Oswego State with a minor change. It looks like it's going to be a one forward line change in the near circle in their zone. 9:45 remaining in the period. 33 shots for Buffalo, 27 for Oswego State. 6-1 lead for the Bulls. Cardi at center alongside Lockemeyer. Oswego State wins it with a shot from Simonek. Gets tipped wide past Von Hedman. Lockemeyer now over to Bianchi. Bianchi just tips it down in the zone. Lockemeyer skating after with Simonek. Simonek can't get the pass off. Tries to get in front, but Herbert cuts it off. Herbert up to Cardi. Cardi just skating, and now over to, looks like, to Vasa, excuse me. And Von Hedman just holds on to it. Right into the pads. Another drop face-off in the Buffalo zone. 9:14 remaining in the regulation period. Luke Myers at center alongside Lockemeyer. Marvin to his right. Taken away by University of Buffalo, who's just fighting for it now. Cleared all the way down the ice. It's going to be icing. Theo Cup wins the race after a close one with Cole Schiffman. .905 remaining in the period. Back into the Buffalo zone. 6-1 Bulls. Luke Myers at center. Marvin to his right. With, it looks like, McNamara to his, Chapin, excuse me, to his left. University of Buffalo comes away with it now. That's going to be Ledyard, who has the puck, who just flopped it into the neutral zone. Maybe looking to get a change, but no one changes for them. Schiffman looking for a goal. Shot and a goal! Schiffman from the slot after an Oswego turnover. Hits the post, goes past Parapesco. 7-1. 7-1 University of Buffalo. And that's a hat trick, actually, for Schiffman, who had the first goal of the game and the 6th goal of the game. Backup goaltender Maxwell Battistoni tossed his hat onto the ice for the hat trick. That's a hat trick goal from Cole Schiffman in the slot. Glove down there by Parapesco with 8:38 remaining. In this game, even though it might have seemed like it at the end of the second, it's just about all but over. Mike Lemieux looks like he's going to get a penalty now. Not exactly sure what the call was. With 8:38 remaining, Oswego State down on their luck even more now. Goes on the penalty kill. Bianchi now after the University of Buffalo won. It just goes offside just by a hair. 1:54 now remaining on the penalty. 8:32 remaining in the period. Goes back to the neutral zone. It'll be Schiffman at center alongside Oswego State's Mooney. University of Buffalo wins it, however. Lockemeyer passes it off to Stryker, who enters the zone, just dumps it in, looking to get around O'Neal, who does. Holds onto the puck. No penalties. He hit down by O'Neal. It's going to be held on by Bianchi. Now last at the line. Now back with Bianchi on the near boards. Bianchi back to the line with Stryker. Stryker over to Lockemeyer. Patted away by Parapesco. Now just goes out of neutral zone. Vasta racing for it in his own zone. He might look for a pass. Vasta, pass. Blocked away by Van Hedman. Sliding. Mooney got the one-timer, gloved away after a sprawling Von Hedman, and that just shows the Oswego State luck tonight. 7:45 remaining in the period. 1:05 now remaining on the penalty. Oswego State trailing 7-1. Last just wraps it back behind him over to Stryker. Stryker behind his own net, waiting for his team to change lines. Still didn't actually hear what the penalty was on Lemieux. Kind of slashing, excuse me. Jerry heard it for me. That's why we have two of us up here. University of Buffalo just hold on to in their zone over to Woodruff now. Woodruff maybe looking for a shot, doesn't take it, just passes it down to Austin, who might also be looking for his hat trick goal. Austin now. Austin passes it down to Ledyard. Ledyard tries to get a cross-ice pass, but it's all the way out, hits the boards on the other side as Cantor holds on. Austin over to Woodruff at the line. Dawson holds on as the penalty is killed, but Buffalo still has the puck. Patted away, Austin not there, quick enough for the rebound, who passes it now back to Woodruff at the line. Woodruff with a wide shot, hits the glass behind the goal, and it's going to be Ledyard now who passes it back for Leber. Wraparound goes in. Ledyard with the goal, recovers it, just goes under the pad of Parapesco. 8-1, University of Buffalo. 6:21 remaining in the period, and most likely the game. After the heartbreaking loss last night against Syracuse University in the dying seconds, a controversial goal, if I may, Oswego State just seems down out of their luck after scoring the first goal. No luck, none of their bounces going their way. And University at Buffalo just overpowering them as they enter the zone. 6:10 now remaining in the period. Luke Myers with the puck, skating up the ice himself. Maybe looking for a pass up to Adam Marvin, but instead passes to McNamara, but it's tipped away and given to Chapin. He's going to Wiesberger. Wiesberger just flops into the zone. Luke Myers with a hit on Sizz. Sizz passes it back to Napier. Back with Sizz, back with Napier. Napier hits the boards and also hits Bauer. Can't hold on to it, but it's going back to Napier. Napier back ahead of McCutcheon. Can't get to the puck. It's going to be a cup. It's going to be a penalty. Big penalty. McCutcheon threw Cup on the ice. It looked like a glove to the mask and just ripped him down. Let's see what the actual call is with 5:31 remaining. Holding is going to be the official call. 2-minute power play for Oswego State. Down 8-1. At this point, a goal is just a point for a player. No possible way to come back for this. 5:30 remaining in the period. Power play begins for Oswego State. Mooney now with it in the near corner. Cup over to Walsh. Walsh tries to pass it back to Cup, cannot, gets knocked down, and University of Buffalo has it once again with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Michael Lemieux skating back fast. Over to Pienzak, excuse me, who just misses the shot, the one-timer. Lemieux now over to Walsh. Walsh passes up the ice to Carey, who gets knocked down by Stryker. Oswego State not able to hold on to the puck much on this power play as it's 1:15 now remaining. Now with Mooney, who looks for Carey for a shot, but Stryker gets it. Passes it up to Pienzak, who just clears it out of the zone, and O'Neal will hold on now. O'Neal skating in the neutral zone, tries to get a pass up, but it's taken away by Stryker after it's deflected. Now with Lemieux once again after he tries to clear it in, and now with Myers. Myers gets around the defense and gets a shot, gloved down by Von Hedman. 53 seconds remaining on the power play, 4:24 remaining in the game. Buffalo leads 8-1. Luke Myers at center ice with Labber. Myers tries to get a shot off, cannot. As it's tipped away, but Marvin with it at the blue line. Marvin now holds on to it at the blue line. Tries to get O'Neal, goes behind the blue line. And Oswego State once again must retreat. 40 seconds remaining on the penalty. O'Neal all the way up to Myers. Myers gets the center ice to McNamara, and the puck flies out into the walkway of the NCAA program at Oswego State. Go back into the neutral zone near the University of Buffalo side. Myers at center ice with Carty on his left and McNamara on his right. Won by Myers, who tries to out of the zone, but it's back to the neutral zone after Buffalo hit it in. Marvin back to O'Neal. O'Neal just skating backwards now over to Marvin after a bank pass on the far sideboards. Marvin skating up the ice himself, gets around one defender. Pass it up to Carty. Carty didn't notice and went off his skate. 8 seconds remaining on the penalty, cleared all the way down by Buffalo, hits the stick of Parapesco, and this penalty will be killed. 3:30 now remaining in the game. Lakers still trail 8-1. All is academic here now as Oswego State loses it in their own zone. The University of Buffalo holds on. It's back at the neutral zone with Carty. Carty just flips it into his own zone, skating after it now. Galinsky holds on to the puck, however. Carty grabs it after knocking him into the boards. Galinsky and Carty both go down. The University of Buffalo comes away with a Woodruff. Woodruff passes it off to Lask, who gives it to McCutcheon. Lask now just dumps it into the end boards. Martin Simnek loses the puck to McCutcheon. Marvin there with him as well. Marvin looking for a pass, just banks it off and goes right onto the stick of Wesley Austin. But Oswego State does recover with Marvin. Marvin up the ice to Wallace, can't hold on to it. McCutcheon, almost a too many men call. No argument from Chris Timmons or the Oswego State bench. Sizz grabs the puck after a dump down, and now with a shot attempt, but blocked away. Von Hedman dive. That was the shot from Vasta after Herbert tried to get it up into the front. Von Hedman dives on it. 2:16 remaining in the game. Wallace at center, Herbert on his right, loses the faceoff. Sizz has it now over to Lapierre. Wallace takes a shot, hits the pad and patted away. Vasta going at it for it, but Bauer will win the race. And now back to Oswego State, but back to Buffalo. A little bit of a back and forth there after some tip passes. Lever up to Bauer. Bauer loses the puck. Now Simonek. Simonek just bats it away. Herbert and both. Napier going at it. I'm going to assume the penalty is on Napier after a harder cross check and a little bit of unsportsmanlike. But it is going to be a cross-checking minor on Napier. He knew it as soon as he did it. Him and Herbert getting at it. This game perhaps getting a little chippy, barring the score. 1:41 now remaining in the game. The rest of this game will be a power play should no other penalties happen for Oswego or a goal be scored. McNamara at center ice. Excuse me, no. Mooney at center ice. Taken away by University of Buffalo. Cleared all the way down the ice, and Walsh will grab it at the end boards. 1:30 now remaining in the game. Theo Cup skating up the center of the ice with Walsh. Walsh on the far side. Carey loses it, and it's cleared all the way back down by Stryker now. Cup grabs it at his own end boards. 1:30 remaining on the penalty. 1:10 in the game. Lemieux gets around his defenseman. Almost gets around two. It's going to be offsides as he beat his own puck to the line after getting held up by a Buffalo defenseman. So they will retreat. Now a shot from Bauer just gets deflected wide by Walsh after almost a turnover once again. and Oswego State will recover. 45 seconds remaining in this one. 1:04 remaining on the penalty. Lemieux loses the puck now with Carey. Carey just hits it down for Mooney. Mooney looking for a pass. No pass. Holds onto it at the far board, then back to Walsh. Walsh looking for a shot. Hits the pads of Van Hedman. Mooney now to Cup. Cup takes a shot, and it's blocked down. And it looks like Stryker went down. It looks like he's limping a little bit. His leg. That hit his leg. He's gimping out there a little bit with 10 seconds remaining in the game. Power play with more time. 5 seconds. It's just going to be a pass from Oswego State, and they're going to hold it in the neutral zone and just flip it in to end this one. As the clock winds down to 0, University of Buffalo wins this one 8-1. Heartbreaking week for the Oswego State Lakers after the 5-4 controversial loss to Syracuse University, and now an 8-1 loss to the University of Buffalo. Shot totals for the game 39-33 in advantage of Buffalo. We'll be back in a couple weekends, hoping the Lakers will get a rebound as they face the Rochester Institute of Technology for an 8 p.m. puck drop on December 1st. Hard to believe it's almost December, as another NECHL matchup. And then they'll face Cornell the next day. That'll wrap it up for Jerry and I up in the booth at Oswego State in the Murano Campus Center Ice Arena. Tune in a couple weeks when Oswego State takes on Rochester Institute of Technology.